Hi beautiful souls, here's Julie for another weekly guidance reading. I am so happy to be with you here today as always. I have been on a little pilgrimage and just came back really recharged and with lots that came up, when I go on this journey. It is to also recalibrate but also to face, shadow part of myself that I need to work with and be guided and be sent on quest, and it's been just that the whole time, so that was incredible. So for you who have been here for a little while with me, welcome back, and for you who are new, welcome to this beautiful channel where I share divine message that I feel coming to me and that I feel are beneficial for all of us while we transition into this time. So for you who don't know me, I am Julie. I'm an intuitive, a holistic counselor, a shaman, and a life guide, and a spiritual instructor as well. So also why I haven't been a lot on the channel is because I work a lot in the community. I bring ceremonies, circle, I work one-on-one, and again, that's some things if you would like to do, the session are online as well, and work therapy if you are here in New Zealand. So feel free, to actually book in if it's what you feel is right for you right now. And I do market and share all the sacred apothecary that I made. So it's been very fulfilling, and especially since I am back from my holidays, just like wow, everything open, and it's wonderful to be here. So I felt very strongly that I needed to come and join you today. There is something that I feel really deeply and that I need to share with you. First, there is almost like a slight level of anxiety that are really sitting in the stomach area, and it's almost very hard to breathe. I just feel that it's like you breathe in and out, but sometimes you find it quite difficult to actually find your breath because it's right there. I just hear that it's about to pass. This is just your body recalibrating at the moment. There is stuff shifting in you deeply. So you can take attention of it if you would like to, you're welcome to actually go and really dive into understanding what this means for you, or you can just let it go and know that it will pass. The other things that I have been deeply feeling, especially for the last 4 days, and I would say even 2 weeks, but really asking me to share that with you since the last 4 days. And I was trying to find a space to actually come and be with you, because I love this space and I feel again called to be here sharing. I just needed the time to actually be with myself again. So what I'm deeply feeling is that sense of letting go of the exigence we have around our goals. It's all good to have goals. It's beautiful, and I encourage you to have them, in your life. But something that is coming right through is that during that goals, people only see the goals and they don't see the journey toward the goals. And what's happened is that they want to be there so quickly that there is that loss of connection with the self, to actually check in if we are okay, the way we actually have maybe put steps in our day-to-day life to get to that goal. Is it sustainable? And so that's the question for you. Do you honor and respect yourself while you actually work on your journey to get to what you desire deeply? And I think it's a very important question, because you can totally bypass that, and just because of something you want, and it can be very detrimental. Because when you arrive to the goal, is the end, you know, and you set up another goal. But what about the journey toward that? Are you enjoying the journey toward that? Yes, so really just check in and ask yourself, is this actually what is good for me? Or is it what I feel my ego is pushing me to do because of external approval, of comparison, but actually coming back to yourself and really listening deeply in. Is it sustainable for me? Because you're not somebody else, you're not your neighbor, you are you with your capacity, with your health, with your journey, with your life, you know, with everything. So just check in. That's really a message that deeply, deeply wanted to come. So I really wanted to share that with you. Now we're going, and I feel, you know, it's quite interesting because the anxiety is actually calming. So maybe that was also the nudge for me to come here and share that with you. This simple message, you know. But let's go a bit deeper and see what is... Oh, there we go. Oh, yes. And I think why the card that just fold, and I will take it. Clinging on to the past. Why is this card come out? Is part of the message as well. Is... Sometimes we compare ourselves to the person we have been. But the thing is, we're not that person anymore. And why do we actually hold on to that image of ourselves? When actually we could just appreciate who we are now, because we're more mature, we learn from our past experience, we grow. And somehow we often go back to the past and look at that and be like, why am I not like this anymore? And what is happening right now then is that probably at that moment when you look at yourself, back then you were doing exactly the same about your past self, which means you never ever live in the present and never appreciate who you are right now. You always live in the past, in the nostalgia, and never appreciate. So probably now when you look yourself, you know, in the past, it will be probably 10 years from now, you looking at yourself right now and saying exactly the same thing. So part of that message is really look at yourself right now, be present, come back to your breath. This is the only thing that brings you back to the present moment, is your breathing. This most simple thing that is not external of you, but that is part of who you are. So when you feel that you actually come back and think about the past or compare yourself to others, that you look at your goal for the future, you're totally not in the present moment. And I invite you to come back to your breath, you know, just checking in and just feel this air passing through your nostril, you know, and seeing what it does to your body, and actually seeing where you're holding the tension and where there is need release, and actually really checking in to how you are right now. It's again that, you know, because you can walk your life and live your life next to yourself. And when I say next to yourself, is that you either in the past or you either in the future, but you never right here, right now. So I invite you to be very mindful of that. Mindful also of the connection with your own body. Do you know yourself? Do you know what your body needs? Do you feel where your tension are? There's little simple things that can change your whole life, because when you realize where you're holding tension, like me, for instance, when I was just saying to you, I feel an anxiety in my stomach area, that's because I am able to actually go in and sense my body. I have a connection from my mind to my heart to my physical body, and then my spirit, you know, my soul. And the connection to the divine to receive. But for that, I'm completely connected to actually receive. I feel what's coming, you know. So I'm not saying that you need to be there. What I want to say to you is that you have everything to go there as well and receive this message. What I want to say to you is that come back to the presence and feeling where you at, feeling where your tension are, and being able to surrender with those, and actually understanding why they are there, how did they build up, what created them, and start to really link them to your life. And that might be a link to actually the goal that, or the step to achieve the goal that is out of proportion for what you need right now. So then you retrieve. It doesn't mean you go backward. It just means you listen to yourself. You honor who you are deeply, deeply. Yeah. And when I repeat words, this means it's very needed to hear that. Oh, beautiful. I love this message. All right. The lover. The lover. I love that that card is coming. Why is this card coming here today? It's because, you know, the lover, you can see they face each other, but that's only you with you. So, how can I love myself more? How can I nurture? How can I be my mother? You know, it's easy to be the mother of everyone else, but how can you be your own mother? You know, do I run with my coffee in the car and drinking without even feeling that I just drank the coffee? Or do I just sit down, you know, gently breathing and actually feeling the coffee that I'm drinking right now? And appreciating every taste and swallowing of it, you know, the texture, the smell, the warmth, you know. That's mindfulness. That's coming back to the moment presence. That's the nurturing. That's what asks for you. It's like, yes, you can nurture other, you know, and you have a big heart, massive heart to actually do that. But to be able to actually give to other, you have to be fulfilled yourself. So if you try to give out of an empty tank, you know, it's never going to work. So let's bringing this nourishing vibe to you. Let yourself receive, you know, because often the people who give, they find very difficult to receive. So let yourself receive deeply, replenish to the point where your cup is actually overflowing, and what's overflowing you're able to actually give to others. You know, so it's very important. How can you mother yourself? We are in a deeply nurturing moment, you know. I mean, it is asked anyway. Yes, look, we have the card comparison. So this is a big thing. This is exactly what I was saying. Look at yourself, you know, don't compare yourself to someone else. And this is a reminder that I have to tell myself all the time, you know, and I know why this message is coming back, you know. Look at your life. And even when you look at yourself right now in your own progress, but do not clinging into the past for who you were. Just appreciate all the wisdom that you have brought into yourself. And if there is, that's what's coming, if you find you are in a pattern of repeating the same things, then there is an understanding there. It's some things that you haven't understood completely to be able to move forward. So that's something, you know, I can help you, or many different practitioners can help you to break through. It's understanding why, what is the lesson you haven't understood yet, that you're actually repeating the pattern and that you feel you're always stagnating, you know. That's also something that can happen and that can be worked on, you know. Yeah. And only when you allow yourself to be in the present moment, you can see the transformation. And at the moment, this is blocked. That's why it came upside down. It is blocked because it's really in need of you connecting deeply to yourself to actually feel that, you know. Yeah, if you walk in life being completely numb of your own sense and your own feelings, you know, I think the transformation will be quite tough, you know, because you're actually not in connection with you. And it's like not a judgment, all right? It's out of judgment. It's just an observation. And the morality came out. And I think is that when we are a bit too hard on ourselves, you know, There is that sense of being quite hard on ourselves, and that we can often be our own worst enemy, you know, because I guess what I'm hearing is like, when I say we, is the human, is us, like, you know, when I talk to you, when I share with you, it's like we have tendency to have a projection or feel that other vision of us is in a certain way, but that's all in our mind, you know. And often how we judge ourselves is actually worse than someone else external of us, you know. And that can stop us from actually moving forward as well in our life. It can really create stagnation, because anything that we will do is actually never good enough. And so that's again coming back to, how can I love myself? How can I respect and honor who I am? What do I need? What do I need for that? And when you start to understand what do you need, you're able to move forward and do the step, you know, while you're moving toward your goals. But sometimes we want to be too much in control of everything, you know, and sometimes we think that if we take a rest, we're never going to get to the point where we need to be. But actually the resting time is so important, you know. It's the same in sport, you know. You go to the gym and you work out and never give a rest to your body. But if you actually were listening to your body, you will do the workout and then you will take a rest day, and actually that's where your body will create the change. And that's the same, and then you actually get to your goal even faster, because you take this moment to actually restore and replenish, so you have even more vitality to actually get to the next stage. So very, very important to try to really go out of that control mode and letting life take you where you need to be. And sometimes also accepting that, yes, there is resting time, and it's so important, so important. Okay, I have a message here. Let's read it and see what's coming. Oh, I love that. So the number that I was hearing is the 23rd of April, and I love myself perfectly as I am. We don't have to be perfect parents. If we are loving parents, our children will have an excellent chance of growing up to be the kind people we would like to have as friends. They will be individuals who are self-fulfilled and successful. Self-fulfillment brings inner peace. I think the best things we can do for children is to learn to love ourselves. For children always learn by example. We will have a better life and they will have a better life. But also, you know, it can be your inner child, you know, that you show your inner child that you actually love yourself, and therefore your inner child within you, it's like the reparenting of your own inner child as well. The child you were when you were a child, which still reside in you and can still have trauma and wounds. I can never say this word. Wounds. That need to be healed. But if you show the love you have toward yourself, it will actually give your inner child even more I want to say power and willingness to heal itself as well and grow in your adult body. So it's quite a beautiful message. And of course, if you have child, being the parents that actually nurture the self, you know, like I was saying, you know, overflowing your cup, fulfilling your cup, and then you can give from that. It's the best example you can give to your child, that's for sure. What a beautiful message. And I apologize if the light is not perfect today. Actually, it was quite interesting because the light was beautiful before and then the sun came in and it's probably super bright. So, but we'll accept that. We'll accept how it is. All right. Keeper of the circle, the tree of life. Po tu kawa, the tree of life. I just felt that I really wanted to continue this video and not stop where I was actually, and really share with you what was coming instead of actually pausing the camera, trying to change the lighting. So apologize in advance, but it will be like this today because it's flowing. And the number of times I do a video and there is issues and the message is beautiful or it's not recorded and I'm like, and I have to start again. This time I was like, let's not touch anything, let's just be with it. All right, I just want to read you also this message, see what's coming with this one, because it doesn't come out often. So, I am Poutukawa. I am the trail to your home star, dreamed from afar. I am the flame, your friend and guide on the last long tide. I am of the between. Let's see what it's coming to tell us, because often, you know, it's just perfect to really wrap everything that I share with you. Poutuaka is the tree that joins us with all the realm, for it sits in the center of the circle of life. It calls together the power of all four winds. If you sit beneath Poutukawa tree, you come to a pivotal change, a rite of passage. Wow! Poutukawa says, come to me in a thinking time, a grieving time and a healing time, and I will lend you my strength. I will nurture you amidst the turmoil of change. Oh, it's so beautiful. As you travel through the season of your life, I will guide you. As you explore new relationships, my hand supports you. As you take on the challenge of new work, I nurture you. As you find the courage to be yourself, I applaud you. And when the journey is done, I will lift you high and inspire you. Remember, I am of the shoreline of contention, where the wave meet the land. I know the rising and falling tides of fortune, the ancient rhythm that abide. I am of the coming and the going, of these realms and others. I am the friend of the voyager of time. No travail is beyond my knowing or my comfort. Trust my sheltering arms and know they spread wide to provide. Be of me and allow me to be of you. Friends joined as one beneath the warmth of the sun. That's so wonderful. With open arms, I call you to my breast, to honor dreams and put your doubt to rest. The long trail home reaches to the heavens. It begins, is of the living tree and will forever be. Yeah, I really love it. It's so gorgeous. To me, this message is really going to say that wherever you are in your life and whatever you are going through, and if you think that it looked maybe impossible for you to actually look after yourself and to actually come back into nurture, that you have the support, that energy support to actually go there, and that you are not alone, that you have the strength. And sometimes it's not your strength, but it's the strength of the universe, it's the strength of your light being, and it's maybe the strength also of people that can be around you at the time to support you when you feel, you know, depleted and you need the support of others. The thing is, like, we're never alone, and often, you know, we think we have the world on our shoulders and that we have to do it all by ourselves, but that's not true. I know it takes courage to ask for help, but it's so deeply important, and you will never be judged for that. The opposite, you will be welcomed, you know. You just have to find the right person, and I know the first person that came in your mind right now is the right person, you know. So follow your gut intuition, you know, as well, to who you are guided to go toward that journey, because it's so important that you trust that deeply. There is one more message that needs to come for today, so let's see. Oh, I'm honestly so happy to be with you, and tell me how you are doing. Please tell me. And if you love this video, make sure to share it, you know, with your friends, with your family member. Maybe there is someone around you who need to hear this, and it's also helping, you know, me to continue to be here and grow the channel, and yeah, support me. Okay, I need to cut the... Okay. The card that is willing to come is Volva of Sage, number 30. So what I was going to say is the number 30 in numerology, 3 plus 0, 3. The number 3 is really the connection of your own being with the universe, the earth, and that connection that comes through you to actually really align you and give you exactly what you need at this instance. And the card is this one, but with the light, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. Oh, here we go. That's a bit better here. Yeah. So it's really receiving. She's really allowing herself to receive from that space between the throat and the heart. She's really allowing herself to receive, and then it really channeled down into all the other chakra. And she's really receiving also from the third eye and the crown chakra. I wish... It's not always easy, the lighting. That's something I need to work on. Yes. I'm going to share the message about that one. Your inner spiritual power can heal circumstance in your life and our world in ways greater than you realize. Journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of your inner energies toward what you wish to manifest. I love that, because the manifestation of what you desire deeply, that's your goal, you know. Do not try to control what is happening. I love that, because we had the card control. Oh my God, this is so cool. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear, so that you may contribute constructively toward shaping the outcome for the greater good, the greatest good. And to me, that's really, and again, you know, you take every message the way you feel is right for you, you know. But to me, it's really deeply connected to trusting that actually you will manifest what you want in life, but for that you need to be nourished. For that you need to be fulfilled along the way to get there, you know, because that's your life, that's your journey. You don't know what tomorrow is about. We know that we are soul. We know that we are soul in a body vehicle to actually experience life here on earth. And we know that if our body let us go, we know we continue our journey as a soul. However, it would be nice, you know, to be able to continue this life here and explore as much as we can, while respecting this beautiful vehicle that we have, that is extraordinary if you start to actually tuning in. And you probably are, you know, I'm not suggesting that you're not, but I'm just saying, just look at what your body is capable of doing, you know, your physical body, but also when you connect to the unconditional love of the universe and the earth, what can happen in your actually physical body when you're actually able to bring that energy within you. It's just magnificent, you know. So continue to explore all that and respect that space, that temple of yours, you know. And if you don't know where to start, you know that there is lots of people who can help you to start somewhere, you know. And it's never too late to start. That's also something I want to say to you. It's like there is always a moment where is the right moment, where we just have been brought in the right place at the right time to actually go there, because we are ready. And maybe before we were not, we needed to actually accumulate, you know, many things in life and experience many things in life until boom, one day we're like, okay, excuse me, I'm processing the energy, that's why I'm burping. Yeah, and one day it's all there, it's all ready for you to actually go in the deepest of your soul. And yes, it's through shadows, but know that when you go through the cloud and the darkness, then you find the light. And that's the beauty of it all, you know. And it's a journey. I'm not saying that it will ever be finished, because, you know, it depends on everything that we came here to learn. But what I'm saying is, like, if you start already somewhere, then you get somewhere as well, and you are able to see that incredible light inside of you, the gem that you are, really. All right. Is that all? Yes, that's all I needed to share with you today. And this light, we feel it, it's coming in. And yeah, I'm sending you so much love, beautiful souls, and please let me know how you are doing. I would love that. And while I was saying that, it was 33:11 on my camera timing, and I'm going to see you soon again for another video. You take care, beautiful. Bye.